Hey everyone, it's Tom Kratz and you're out for another walk with me. I haven't done this in a little while and I'm going to tackle a really big question in a short amount of time. So here it goes. We get this all the time. How do I take $100 and turn it into $1 million? Like, I don't have much money to start with. I want to change my life and I want to make $1 million. And that question frustrates us so much. And it's not really the question or the person asking the question that frustrates us. It frustrates us because we know exactly where the person asking that question is coming from because we were exactly in that place. Usually the person asking that question is frustrated in their lives. They're frustrated with whatever it is they're doing and they're trying to figure out a way to make a whole bunch of money in a short amount of time so they can change their life and be happy and everything's going to be, honky-dory. So we completely understand where people asking that question are coming from. So that's why it frustrates us. And then the second part of the frustration in answering this is that there's no easy answer. Nobody has the easy answer on how to turn $100 into $1 million. So anyone asking that question, if you are asking that question of yourself today, we would like you to think about it in this manner. Let's change the perspective a little bit on this question. Instead of thinking on how to take $100 and turn it into $1 million, think about trying to find existing money trails. Find an existing trail of money where people are already making money in some way, and then plunking yourself down in the middle of that money trail. And when you put yourself in the middle of an existing money trail, there's a high probability that you're going to make good money yourself. So let me give you an example of a couple different things that we've done over the years. Way back over 10 years ago, I didn't have much money to start a business with, but I noticed an existing money trail. I noticed that when people were researching digital cameras, they would go onto Google, try to find information on digital cameras. This is when digital cameras were like a new thing. So this is maybe even 15 years ago now. They would go online, search for information on how to buy a digital camera, what to look for, digital zoom, megapixels, the whole bit, and then they would do some research and then they would go off and buy a digital camera. So I saw that as a money trail and I thought, well, can I plunk myself down in the middle of that money trail? So what I did is I spent about $250. I got a little website software program and I typed up about 15 to 20 pages of research. I knew nothing about digital cameras, but I taught myself some beginner information. I put some good information together on what people should think about before they buy. People then found my little website on Google, and at the end of all my articles, I would send them off on special little referral links to Amazon.com or a few other vendors. And when people went there to buy these digital cameras after coming to my site, I would earn commission checks. And I got monthly commission checks for like 7 or 8 years from that little site. So that was really interesting to me because that was in a money trail that I found, plunked myself in the middle of that money trail with my little website. And because I plunked myself in the middle, I was able to collect some money from that money trail. So that's the way, ever since kind of that really changed our perspective on how you go about making money in business. And it's how we started Rockstar as well. A mentor to us once said, hey, look, guys, there's going to be millions of dollars in transactions in real estate in Toronto, whether you guys jump into the market or not. So you have to decide whether that's something you want to do. And then it kind of hit us that that's a pretty big, I don't know how I'm exhausted walking up this tiny little hill, but that's what it feels like. But that's what it feels like, that's another money trail. People are going to buy houses with or without us. Is there a way for us to get into that money trail and do it in a way that we enjoy? So that's where we came up with the idea of helping investors. That's what we like doing. We don't like the regular real estate thing. So can we help real estate investors and put ourselves in that existing money trail where people are buying and selling property anyway? And that's what we did. And that's kind of how Rockstar was born. And that took a little bit more money. So that's not like the website example. That took a bit more money to get started. We actually went into debt to start Rockstar. We plunked ourselves down and kind of the rest is history. It's been a very successful business for us over the last 10 years. So it's actually 10 years this May that I quit my job. So that's another example of a money trail that we plunked ourselves into. So if you're thinking about trying to take $100 and turn it into $1 million, our advice would be not to try to come up with a brand new idea where you think magically you're going to earn $1 million. Find an existing trail of money where people are spending money and see if there's a way with your own unique voice and your own unique value where you can plunk yourself down in the middle of that money trail. And that likely gives you the best probability of success. So it's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to, turn that $100 into $1 million in 24 hours or anything, but it does give you a good opportunity to succeed. So hopefully that's one way of thinking of this question. I hope there's a little tiny amount of value there for you somewhere. Until next time, your life, your terms.